Riddle 1. 1. I was forgotten for 3,200 years. 2. Then, in 1922, an archaeologist found me. 3. The treasures in my tomb were incredible. 4. My coffin was solid gold. 5. My burial mask was also solid gold. 6. My life as a pharaoh was short. 7. But I became Egypt's most famous pharaoh. 8. My name is Riddle 2. 1. My father, King Philip, had a very wild horse. 2. No one could ride him. 3. I noticed that the horse was afraid of his shadow. 4. I turned him toward the sun and tamed him. 5. His name was Bucephalus. 6. I rode him in many battles. 7. We conquered most of Asia. 8. People called me great. In fact, I am Riddle 3. 1. You were a princess, but you were not beautiful. 2. When your father died, you became the queen. 3. But you were not permitted to rule alone. 4. You had to marry your younger brother. 5. There were many murder plots against you. 6. You married Mark Antony. 7. Antony was defeated in battle, and you committed suicide. 8. Were you the Queen of the Nile? Riddle 4. 1. I was born in Venice, but I went to Asia when I was 17. 2. I lived there for 24 years. 3. When I returned to Venice, it was at war. 4. I went to war, and the enemy captured me. 5. In prison, a writer helped me write about my travels. 6. At first, no one believed my stories. 7. Centuries later, people believed I was telling the truth. 8. I am Riddle 5. 1. On August 3, 1492, I set sail. 2. I had 3 ships and 90 sailors. 3. My idea was to sail west to reach the east. 4. The trip was difficult, but now we see land. 5. I believe that we are in the East Indies. 6. I think that I found a new trade route to Asia. 7. However, people will say I discovered a new world. 8. My name is Riddle 6. 1. I was an extremely talented painter. 2. I was also a sculptor, architect, and engineer. 3. My ideas were ahead of their time. 4. I made a drawing of a flying machine. 5. I had many other ideas. 6. My notebooks contain thousands of drawings. 7. I painted the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. 8. I am Riddle 7. 1. I was a president of the United States. 2. I was a general before I was a president. 3. I served 2 terms. 4. You can visit my home in Virginia. 5. I owned slaves. 6. You can see me on the $1 bill. 7. People call me the father of his country. 8. I was the first president Riddle 8. 1. I was selfish and bad-tempered. 2. I often insulted people. 3. My music, however, was beautiful and joyful. 4. In my late 20s, I began to go deaf. 5. At first, I was very angry. 6. Then I realized that the music was in my mind. 7. I could still compose and perform great music. 8. I wrote my best music after I lost my hearing. 9. I'm Ludwig van Riddle 9. 1. I had times of great sadness in my life. 2. My mother died when I was a young boy. 3. I had a nervous breakdown when my fiancée died. 4. 3 of my 4 sons died before age 20. 5. I failed in business several times. 6. I lost 8 elections and won only 3. 7. I did win one very important election. 8. I was the 16th President of the United States. 9. My name is Riddle 10. 1. He was born in India. 2. He worked for social justice in South Africa. 3. South Africa and India were British colonies. 4. He returned to India to continue his work there. 5. He preached nonviolence against the British. 6. He became the leader of India's struggle for independence. 7. He is called Mahatma, which means great soul. 8. An assassin ended the peaceful life of Riddle 11. 1. This famous man was born in England in 1874. 2. His family was rich and influential. 3. He had a speech problem. He stuttered. 4. He worked hard on the problem. 5. He became a great orator. 6. He was a politician, a writer, and a painter. 7. He was England's Prime Minister during World War II. 8. His name is Sir Riddle 12. 1. I was born in Macedonia. 2. I always worked to help the poor. 3. I decided to become a nun. 4. I opened a school in India. 5. I lived in the slums with the people. 6. I opened medical clinics to care for them. 7. I received the Nobel Peace Prize. 8. I am known today as Mother Riddle 13. 1. When I was 17, I left my small hometown. 2. I wanted the bright lights of a big city. 3. In 1944, I met a popular politician. 4. We got married, and he became president. 5. My great personal charm made me very popular. 6. The poor wanted me to be the vice president. 7. However, cancer ended my life when I was only 33. 8. Almost 1 million people filled the streets for my funeral. 9. People call me Evita, but my real name is Riddle 14. 1. I am an African American. 2. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. 3. Atlanta is in the southern United States. 4. In the South, there was racial segregation. 5. Many laws made African Americans second-class citizens. 6. I worked for peaceful ways to end segregation. 7. In 1964, Congress passed the Civil Rights Act. 8. Also in 1964, I received the Nobel Peace Prize. 9. I am Riddle 15. 1. She grew up in poverty. During World War II. 2. Other children taunted her and called her Toothpick. 3. When she was 16, she began an acting career. 4. Her beauty quickly made her famous. 5. Her talent is the reason she is a legend of the cinema. 6. Her movie career spans over 50 years. 7. She is the recipient of over 50 international awards. 8. Almost everyone recognizes her name. 9. She is Italy's most famous movie star. Riddle 16. 1. I quit school at an early age to help my family. 2. Later, I finished high school and college. 3. By 17, I had great athletic ability. 4. I had excellent eyesight. 5. I scored 1,281 goals during my 22-year career. 6. I helped my country win 3 World Cup titles. 7. I realized I had a great influence on children. 8. So I never advertised tobacco or liquor. 9. Who am I? Riddle 17. 1. As a child, she loved to talk. 2. Her childhood was difficult, but she excelled in school. 3. She became interested in journalism. 4. A TV station offered her a talk show. 5. As an adult, her words reach millions of people. 6. No one thought she would become a billionaire. 7. The rest is history. 8. On her birth certificate, her name was spelled O-R-P-A-H. 9. Instead of being Orpah, we know her as Riddle 18. 1. I had no money and no job. 2. I sat in a coffee shop and wrote a book. 3. Only one publisher liked my book. 4. The publisher said I wouldn't make much money. 5. He was wrong. And now I'm a billionaire. 6. The character I created is more famous than I am. 7. He is a brilliant young wizard whose name is 8. I am the author, and my name is Riddle 19. 1. I am a beautiful city in the United States. 2. I was built in 1790 and named for a person. 3. I'm famous for many beautiful, historic monuments. 4. I am not in one of the states. 5. I am not a very big city. 6. I have only 600,000 residents. 7. Visit me if you want to see the Vietnam Memorial. 8. I am, of course. Riddle 20. 1. I am enormous. 2. I am 277 miles long. 3. I am 18 miles across. 4. I am 1 mile deep. 5. I am very colorful at sunrise and sunset. 6. I have many waterfalls and rapids on my river. 7. You can ride a mule down to the Colorado River. 8. You can find me in a southwestern state. 9. Do you know what I am? I am the Riddle 21. 1. It is not the longest river in the world. 2. There are no bridges across it. 3. The rainforest along this river has over 300 species of animals. 4. The river has more species of fish than the Atlantic Ocean. 5. The piranha One of the most terrifying fish lives here. 6. The anaconda, a huge snake, lives here. 7. People once believed that female warriors lived here. 8. That's how it got its name. The Riddle 22. 1. Tenochtitlan was the ancient city of the Aztecs. 2. The Spanish conquered the Aztecs and destroyed the city. 3. Then they built this capital city on the same site. 4. People call it the City of Palaces. 5. The National Palace is the residence of the President. 6. It is a city with many murals by Diego Rivera. 7. You can hear mariachi music in this city. 8. We are in Riddle 23. 1. My hometown is on a river that freezes in the winter. 2. It is a very large and busy inland port. 3. Do you know there is another city beneath its streets? 4. The underground city has a subway, shops, restaurants, and apartments. 5. This is the second largest French-speaking city in the world. 6. In the center of my city, there is a hill. 7. The hill is Mont Royal. 8. The name of my city is Riddle 24. 1. More than 7 million people live in this city. 2. Over 300 languages are spoken here. 3. The world's first subway was built here in 1863. 4. It is the largest city in Europe. 5. This city is popular with tourists. 6. One of the attractions is Westminster Abbey. 7. A royal family calls this city home. 8. It is